Welcome to the Florida PSM Review, question and answer. Today, we're doing question number 5, which upon first inspection really doesn't have much to do with surveying as you and I typically practice it. But in addition to just the acts and rules and other kinds of surveying law, the Florida Board expects you, the Florida PSM examinee, to understand and to appreciate lots of other different laws. So let's go through and let's take a look at our call of the question. Quote, significant adverse impacts are adverse impacts of such magnitude that they may blank. There are two kinds of definitions we have to worry about. The first one is kind of the common sense definition. And when someone says a significant adverse impact, I think of very, very bad things happening. But this doesn't really make any difference on what I think it should be. This is all about statutes. And if there's a definition like a significant adverse impact, then there's got to be some kind of Florida statute that defines the term. And I bet that definition is very specific. What's happening here is that along the Florida coastline, or somewhere else maybe in Florida, a very bad storm comes through. It could be a hurricane, could be a tornado, could be a monsoon or a rainstorm, who knows what. Could be the second coming of Noah's Ark. Doesn't really matter to us right now. What matters is there's a definition and we've got to be able to define it. Let's take a look at our answer choices and see if our answer choices give us an idea of where we should go looking to answer these questions. A, disturb topography and vegetation such the dune system becomes unstable or suffers catastrophic failure. B, measurably affect the existing shoreline change rate. C, significantly interfere with the ability to recover from a coastal storm. Or D, all of the above. What do these answer choices have in common? They're all about the shoreline or about coastal regions. And another thing that really, kind of gets my attention is this discussion of a dune system. And when I see that, I really start to think of 62B33. This is kind of the shoreline regulation. And we've got to make sure that we know where to look. So you need to look at the answers, you need to look at the question, and kind of try to infer where these things are talking about. Because if you go to section 472 or 177 and you start paging through looking for a term significant adverse impact, you could spend 30 or 45 minutes in this one question just searching for the answer. So what I'm telling you to do is you've got to be able to read the question, read the answer, and then guess what statute you're going to find your answer. Because personally, I don't know the definition of a significant adverse impact.
Many people tell us that they are going to take the FS or PS exam just to see what it is like. Don't waste hundreds of dollars. Take a practice test. Order a full-length practice exam book and find the same categories, types, and number of questions as the actual exam.
After a little bit of homework and kind of paging through my statutes for a few minutes, I come to this term 62B33002, and guess what? It defines impacts. And further along, it also defines significant adverse impacts. Now, in the significant adverse impacts area, it's going to talk about three things: measurably affecting the shoreline change rate, interfering with recovery, and disturbing topography. Guess what? I took those exact three terms and I put them into the answer choice. So if A is correct, B is correct, and C is correct, then the only possible answer choice here is going to be D, all of the above.
Want even more content for the Florida PSM exam?
Join me for a complete online prep course that includes videos, handouts, workbooks, practice questions, and a full-length practice exam. This course has everything you need to pass the Florida PSM exam on the first try. Join us at nlcprep.com/PSM for more information.